Assalamu alaikum. I am Aisha from Department Chemistry, and today my topic of frustration is drying ginger with the help of solar dryer. In table of content, it is introduction, some drying techniques, solar dryer, its construction, working, application, outcomes, and environmental impacts. First of all, we see at the introduction why food preservation is necessary. Food is essential for the survival of every human being. As the world grows, it is becoming difficult to maintain the balance between food supply and consumption. Other seasons have higher prices for the same product as a result of lower supply and higher demand. It is also a main factor in food preserving, which is very main factor. Then third is the farmer faces significantly difficulty in Pakistan in reducing food losses. The use of effective post harvesting practices will have a positive effect on developing nations' economies by reducing the amount of food that is lost after harvest. There are different various techniques in food preservations, including mechanical, electrical, infrared, osmosis, fluidized bed, solar drying. Among all of them, the best technique is solar drying. These techniques are utilized for the drying of agricultural and non-agricultural products. Out of these methods, solar drying is gaining more attention due to several advantages, such as it operates on solar energy. It can reduce drying cost by 27 to 80%. The process of drying involves the simultaneous transfer of mass and heat. This process involves removing surplus water from a product in order to acquire a specific moisture content. Different agricultural products tend to have a moisture content between 70 and 90%. Now we see about solar dryer. Solar dryer primarily involve the heating and movement of air within the chamber. Insulation on all sides of the drying chamber is essential in order to achieve uniform heating. This type of dryer is the simplest since it receives solar radiations directly from the sun and transmit it to the product. In this type of dryer, products get directly exposed to solar radiation, which means that the drying and storage of products occurs at the same place. Conduction dryer, basically it works on the conduction. Transfer heat majorly via conduction followed by convection and radiation, resulting in improved thermal efficiency. Based on effective diffusivity and mass transfer coefficient, the solar conduction dryer perform better than the open sun drying method. Now we see about the principle. Solar conduction dryers have become increasingly popular in recent years. Basically, it works on the principle of conduction due to the unique working principle, which is conduction, which consists of a radiation absorbing heat conduction surface. Conduction dryers heat transfer majorly via conduction, followed by convection and radiation, resulting in improved thermal efficiency. It has zero impact on the environment and it is easy to use. In the case of solar dryer, thermal efficiency play a major role because it directly affects both the drying area and the drying time. Thermal efficiency of natural convection solar dryer is primarily determined by the convection of heat transfer between absorber plate and the moving air. Solar conduction dryer has become increasingly popular in recent years due to the unique working principle which consists of a radiation absorbing heat conduction surface. This is the principle of in the base it is insulated foam and on the top also, and in the base there is black absorption surface which absorb radiations. Hot air is removing out from out, and in the bottom cold air is entering, and sun and so that airflow may be considerate, and with the help of sunlight the food which we kept in solar dryer is drying. Now we see of the solar dryer setup. The solar conduction dryer was designed and developed for the purpose of investigating the thermal performance of the dryer in the experimental setting. This developed SCD consists of a closed chamber, the radiation absorbing heat conduction surface, a polythene sheet transparent cover, reflector, chimney, silver acrylic mirror sheet which is used as reflective material, and the aluminium metal sheet is used as absorbing material. The angle we kept is 25-degree, which is in order to maximize the amount of solar radiation received. The experimental investigation was carried out in the month of June 2024. This is a visual representation of solar dryer. Then preparation of raw material, which I use ginger in solar dry for experimentation. Ginger was selected as a drying material for the present study due to the wide dispersed demand for this dried form in different sectors. The product was obtained from the local market. We have fresh ginger were washed out using water, peeled, cut into slices of 4 5 thickness, and put in the dryer on the same day. Evaluation: in order to measure the performance of solar dry, it was tested on hard days. These measurements were performed in order to determine the maximum temperature achieved inside the dryer, drying rate and drying efficiency. So if we talk about the temperature inside the dry rate, it is 53 to 55 degrees Celsius, and drying efficiency is much better than open sun drying. The dryer was oriented towards the south in order to obtain the maximum amount of solar radiation during the day. During the experiment, the partially dried product was wrapped in aluminium foil and kept in airless chamber used for the next day to continue drying till the constant weight is obtained. Now we see the outcomes of this experiment, a technique. Energy efficiency. By the help of solar dryers, we can reduce reliance on conventional energy sources utilizing free and abundant solar energy. Then we can also save cost. Then it has many environmental benefits, and it also reduces greenhouse gas emission. It is better preserving of nutritional content and flavor in the dried products. It is effective in reducing spoilage and waste by providing a controlled drying environment. It dry product have longer shelf life, making them easier to store and transport. It has many economical benefits. Suitable. It is also suitable for remote and off-grid areas where conventional drying methods are not feasible. Can be used for a variety of products including agriculture produce, marine products, herbs, spices, textile, and more. Then it is also sustainable. It sustainable particles by using renewable energy and reducing dependence on fossil fuels. Then we see some applications of solar dry. Solar dry are used to dry crops like fruit, vegetable, as we know, and grains, is by preserving their quality and extended their shelf life without relying on electricity. These dryers are applied to dry fish, seafood. It is also used for tea, sugarcane industries to improve their product quality. They are also used to dry herbs and spices, maintaining their aromatic qualities and nutritional content. In some cases, solar dryers are used for drying textiles, offering an eco-friendly alternative to conventional drying methods. Solar dryers can also be used for drying coffee beans, ensuring a uniform and consistent drying process. There also be can be applied to drying nuts, which is helps in preserving their nutritional value. In remote areas, solar dryers are used for dehydrating meat, extending its shelf life and making it easier to transport. Solar dryers are utilized in drying medicinal plants. And next and last not the least, it is also used in the paper industry for drying handmade papers, which is controlled drying environment to maintain quality. Then we see some environmental impacts of it. There are no environmental impacts. It has positive environmental impacts. We see one by one. It is helpful in reducing greenhouse gas emission, as we talked earlier. Second, it decrease air pollution by reducing the greenhouse gases. Then it lower energy consumption, as conventional methods take more time and more energy. It is also it also reduce need for electricity and fossil fuel, and conserve major resources and promote energy sustainability. The efficient drying process reduce food spoilage and waste, contributing to better resource management. Ne- Thanks.